Oh no! Oh, really?
Blowing my brains.
What's going on YouTube and what up to the Dragon Squad? I am Ember, the Blaze.
And I'm Glacier, the Iceborn.
And we are ReactionDragonz, coming to you from the Dragon's Lair. And a quick reminder guys, if you like the vibe, like and subscribe.
Doesn't cost a dime and helps us go full time.
Do it! Do it!
Do it.
Do it!
Thanks so much for the support guys. Now what's on the menu for today, Glacier?
We're back at you with some more Dark, Season 2, Episode 5, Lost and Found.
Lost and Found, and yeah, last episode was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, pretty much after every time I get done watching these episodes, my brain is lost and found.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily we find it just in time to get our mind blown again for the next episode.
Exactly.
Goddamn yo-yo, it's like, ole. but yeah, obviously we got some crazy questions. So we got the bombshell that is Adam is Jonas. Now we just want to figure out the logistics of how does he get from point A to point B, because that's a Froya's character arc to.
Yeah, as far as a character arc, yeah, for sure.
And
like, how does he get to that point where he's just like, fuck everything? I mean, at that point, he's obviously, I'm assuming he's lost his mom.
Maybe he assumed he lost Martha.
The younger Jonas, we got introduced, like, it seems like his arc is obviously to get back to his friends and family, but like he keeps having to flashback to Martha, so I think Martha's like his anchor almost, like his goal in sight, like I gotta get back to her.
Yeah, and once you lose that, and it's like, oh shit. Because you can already see little inklings of the stranger losing hope in the last episode too. He's like, shit, maybe things are meant to happen when they're supposed to happen.
And we never, you know what's scary is that we never, or maybe we have, we just haven't noticed, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen even an older Martha. Like how we've seen, like the same age as Stranger.
Well, I mean, we're only to assume that she died during the apocalypse, so I don't think there is an older Martha unless they change the future.
Gotcha, so she didn't get away.
Yeah, so we don't know how it happened. I still want to see like the actual day of the apocalypse, see how it all went down. I hope they stop it, but at the same time, I do want to see it happen before we go back and stop it.
Right, it's like, because we already see the aftermath, we just don't see what's
but I want to know what the hell the loophole is, and I'm wondering if the loophole has something to do with Charlotte, and maybe that's why Noah was so shook about the page entries.
It just throws me off, like that whole thing, like we went on that tangent. It's like, why would Adam even tell himself about the loophole? But I guess he knows, like a butterfly effect, like, oh, I know if I tell you this indirectly or even directly, if you try to go do it to prevent it, that's what I want you to do anyways, because you're going to be doing this, that does this.
That's the question. Is he giving him the loophole, knowing that if he chases the loophole, it's going to cause the apocalypse to happen? Or is deep down is Adam not want it to happen, but he just feels like all hope is lost, there's nothing to do to change it? Because he even said, like, I don't think he's ever said I want it to happen. He just keeps saying it's inevitable. It has to happen.
Right.
So I don't know if that's like more of like a want or just like I have no control over this shit.
Yeah.
So
another want that I want is I want old Ulrich, 1987 old Ulrich, to be able to see his son again.
Yeah, I bet it's at what cost now, because I don't know if that's meant to happen. Because you know, if Ulrich if somehow he escapes or gets out of the psych ward and he finds Mikkel, he's gonna take him. I don't know how. I mean, he can't take him through the tunnel, but if he has to get his hands on a time machine, whether it's a chair or the briefcase.
Right.
But if he does that, it's checkmate, game over, no more Jonas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure whoever's clocking in, like Noah, because Claudia can't at this point, she's gone. Like at least older Claudia is.
Yeah.
But Noah and Stranger won't let that happen. But it would just be cool at least for them to see that encounter, like what happened.
Yeah, now we know that Egon dies literally like 2 or 3 days before the apocalypse. Like, who's the one? Because I don't think he dies of cancer. I feel like I'm almost at the point where I feel like somebody kills him. So is it Ulrich, whether it's young Ulrich or old Ulrich? Or maybe we're talking, maybe it's Enos. Maybe Enos is like, you're trying to take my baby away from me. Fuck that, I don't want it to happen. Man, it's about to go down, motherfucker. But somebody, I feel like somebody 187's his ass in his apartment, so I kind of want to see what happens there. Now that we have, and another thing that was crazy too. You know, like, remember when Clausen was asking Waller about what happened to his eye? And Waller was about to tell him, and then he almost hits Claudia. Was that intentional? Is that like kind of like foreshadowing that maybe Claudia has something to do with what happens to his eye?
And think about that. Also, kind of talk about foreshadowing, going back a little bit. What about Ulrich? When Egon asked him, like, how do you know that I died? Like, maybe it's not just that he read it in the paper. Maybe he's the one that, like you said, he was the one that killed him.
Yeah, but it was that one of those things like I just accidentally said the future, like when Ulrich said the comment about the cancer, and he doesn't know, but he is the one that causes it, or does he actually know because he is the one that does it and he knows he does it?
He knows he does it right. I read it in the paper, and I'm also the one that killed you.
Yeah, so I guess we'll find out if that's the case. We'll find out like how, if he just knows on accident, or that was just like an accidental foreshadowing, or if he knew because he knew.
Right.
But yeah, and then as far as that goes, we see Katarina like pretty much meet up with the kids now. So Katarina knows that Mikkel's in 1987. She also, which leads me to believe she's gonna believe Stranger Jonas and Hannah and Charlotte and Peter that all this shit they're saying is true. So now when she meets up with the kids, is she gonna tell the kids, kind of fill them in that, yeah, the reason all this shit's happening is it's time travel, because now they have a fucking time machine
what are they going to do with that time machine? Are they going to tell their mom about it? I feel like if the mom, all it takes is one of them to open up. If one of them open up, the other one's going to open up.
Because they're all going to want Mikko back. Because if Charlotte's like, yeah, don't you want your brother back? They're all going to be like, yeah, we want our brother back, and now we have a way to do it. Fuck.
And what's going to happen to Bartosz? What Noah's Noah going to do? Noah's like, you lost the time machine?
Who's even going to free him? Because he's tied up in the cave. The only people that I think are even going towards the cave would be Clausen and Waller if they followed Claudia, or Claudia herself.
But this show fucks with you because you know it's like, was that meant to happen? Were Bartosz meant to lose the time machine? Like, are they at the point where like Noah and Adam and them are like, whatever, let them do their little skedaddle, let them go back in time, as long as they don't touch Mikko and bring him through the cave, it's all relevant in 3 days.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like we keep asking ourselves, when does the loop break? But I feel like until we find out what that loophole is, all this shit's meant to happen. I don't think that...
I feel like Noah would have been there, or at least told Bartosz about it, like, hey, you're gonna get your ass whooped when you come back.
Yeah, you would at least let him know, yeah, you're walking into an ambush, pretty much.
Well, fuck that, I'm not clocking in today.
But also, we're led to believe that the older guy, the first episode of episode 2, or the first episode of season 2, was an older Bartosz. We still have to get to that point how that happened. And it's crazy too, now that I think about it, the reason that we were so led to believe that Adam was Egon, one of the commenters mentioned that they do that shit in the show where they'll cast somebody for 2 different roles. And I think they do it on purpose to make us believe that, oh, they look just like this person, so it's gotta be that person. So,
yeah,
because I think it's the same actor that plays old Egon as the one that played Adam. But it's not because Adam is Egon, it's just they did that to fuck with him.
Yeah, I don't even want to look up the cast because until we get done with the show, the spoilers, but I do want to go back and see if we're right if that was.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the only person that they've had one actor cast.
And if that is the case, that motherfucker played old Egon played Adam, and he was looking at fucking Claudia's picture, his daughter's picture, that end of the episode when we called it, that's not our fault.
Yeah, and some of you guys kind of agree with at least like the logistics of it.
Why we arrived to that decision.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the other logistics of like how he got there and whatever is irrelevant.
It is what it is. I guess we gotta let go of that theory because it's fucking Nowhereville. But
right. That made it at least better for me when I found out it was Jonas, because I was not expecting Jonas at all.
Yeah, that floored my ass to say the least. But then other than that, I do want to find out, if nothing else, find out Scarface is like, what is her real name? So I feel like they haven't said it on the show yet. And the way that like she was calling out Elizabeth about like what the fucking dark matter sphere thing is, the way she was like yelling at her, the way Elizabeth was like looking at her almost like scared but not scared, but just felt like she was being yelled at. It almost reminded me of like a maternal, like a mother scolding her daughter. So is that on purpose? Is that adding any meat to the Scarface could be Charlotte's mother theory?
Or the opposite, if she's the daughter of Scarface.
I feel like if Scarface was the daughter of Elizabeth, that wouldn't really add any meat, because that means Elizabeth was fucking when she was an adult. Unless we found out that the father is some crazy character, but...
Could be. I'm trying to do the logistics how she went. That's still kind of...
Yeah, like I said, with this show, the only thing they need to explain is a little bit of time travel that can explain a lot. Other than that, I mean, I kind of want to just dive into this shit, because I feel like now we're like at the halfway point of season 2. It's about to get real fucking crazy, as if it hasn't been crazy already. But I'm ready, so Glacier, you ready?
Ready.
Alright guys, and as usual, just take a couple seconds, hit the like button down below. The impressions do lead to more views. And as always, you can catch the next episode waiting for you guys on Patreon. With that being said, let's fucking go. Damn, is this the same dream?
Who's having it this time?
Maybe they'll keep switching back and forth. Maybe it's Jonas's dream this time.
Hold on a minute.
Wait, this time, did he have scars in the last dream?
No.
Is this a stranger, Martha? It is. Which is kind of fucking weird. This has gotta be a stranger's dream now. Like, what?
Wait, why is she looking down at him?
What the fuck? Oh, it's a sphere coming out of her.
Oh, it has to be a dream. I'll say, what the fuck is going on?
Ooh, ew. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean that she has some kind of love child?
I don't fucking know what that is.
I'll notate it, but what the fuck, stranger? He's probably weird, like, I don't know how to feel about me dreaming that shit. I'm assuming Martha's 18 in the show. She's like a senior in high school. We'll just chalk it up to that. It's dark matter coming out of her stomach.
I'm trying to think how this links to Venom.
It doesn't.
Obviously, you saw the same tarnish, so... Because, yeah, we are Venom, 2 people.
Yeah, we are Venom, we are Adam.
I mean, it's dark matter, obviously, but why is it, like, foreshadowing, like, in her stomach, like, pregnant?
Yeah, is that saying that they had a kid together? But then, no, because if she dies in 2020, she's shown no signs of pregnancy.
Unless...
Maybe the idea...
Unless going through that fucking dark matter has some other effects that we don't know about. Like a transfer, you fucking make a baby in a weird way.
Or maybe, like,
which would be really
something with Martha birthed the idea of dark matter. Maybe that's what it symbolized. The idea of that time sphere like coming into play. Because we don't know how Martha dies. Maybe she dies at the power plant too. I'm trying to find answers.
Oh yeah, maybe she dies there with the dark matter. I don't know.
Interesting.
Fuck. You probably needed some sleep after that fucking reveal too.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was waiting for him. I was hoping that was a nightmare. Fuck.
Ich will wissen, wie ich wieder nach Hause komme.
Zieh dich an.
He's like, look, less is more. Get dressed, pretty much. But damn, it's crazy because it shows like you root for him, but you have to not root for him.
Yep. And oh look, he dug up the. Wait, did he dig up the raincoat? Because remember, Jonas buried it last episode. So did he dig it back up, or did he already have another raincoat?
We would possibly have another one. Oh shit.
25th. 2 days left. Fuck. Shit.
Like, dude, dirty ass looks to your mom, Jonas.
Is he gonna try to find this loophole?
Or is he still kind of wondering like what's the dark side of her? Remember, he's already found like the gun in there, and
Wartet mal.
they got the.
Oh shit.
Please.
And then they're gonna know. This is gonna be the key.
Please,
the
please,
picture.
play, kids. Don't tease me.
Ich muss euch was
Oh,
zeigen.
thank God.
Sind verabredet?
Nope, you don't.
Ist vielleicht besser, wenn ihr euch hinsetzt.
You have an appointment. This picture.
Ich muss euch was erzählen.
Monaten redest du quasi nicht mit uns und jetzt willst du wissen, was wir denken? Mann, fuck, Mama! Du tust so, als wärst du alleine mit der Scheiße!
Well, she found your. Tell her. Just tell her and shut the fuck up. No offense, Mark.
Just show her. Don't tell her. God.
Du jetzt Bock hast zu reden, haben wir das noch lange nicht.
Show her the goddamn picture.
Why do you gotta fuck up things, Katarina?
Because they technically don't even know what they're holding is a fucking time machine.
Finde jemanden beim LKA, der diesen Klausen kennt. Was will der wirklich hier?
Yeah, let's get some history on Clausen.
Oh, there we go.
Bartosz ist nicht da.
She looks so bad.
I don't feel bad for her.
Noch gemacht. Er war die ganze Nacht nicht da. Sag, dass alles gut wird.
One thing I will say, like, take back all the bad thing I said about Alexander.
Yeah.
He's going through a lot of shit. He's a real one.
Yeah.
Alles klar, Herr Kommissar?
I'll whoop your ass.
I feel like he's about to break out of this shit. Yep. I'm gonna get those keys.
Believe that.
Fuck.
Can we read the article? Like, how did he die?
Unclear. That sounds like a 187 to me.
Fuck.
Alle warten schon. Ich denke, sie sollten jetzt besser.
Sie.
They killed him.
Was? Aber ich kann doch nicht.
I guess you can't do it.
You're just gonna have to do it, sir.
Damn, you think she's gonna like keep an eye on her dad just in case? Like,
Or that's what she was meant to do anyways. But I wonder if it's all timing. Because Egon's supposed to meet up with Mikkel, and then Ulrich shows up and he has Mikkel. He's
Oh,
like,
it's
you
about to collide.
motherfucker.
Warum bin ich hier?
Ein Mensch lebt 3 Leben. Das erste endet mit dem Verlust der Naivität. Das zweite mit dem Verlust der Unschuld, mit dem Verlust des Lebens selbst.
damn.
Dropping bars.
Bars.
Ich habe keine Zeit für diese ganze Scheiße hier. Ich habe gesehen, was passieren wird. Ich habe ihre Gräber gesehen.
Noch viel Zeit. Streng genommen hast du noch 99 Jahre.
Crazy as fuck.
It's like, no, I don't.
At what point does he just live his life in 1921? Or where does he age?
Yep.
Habe ich auf VHS die ganze Rede.
Gone.
Ooh. Go.
Fuck.
You just, I mean, at this point, go.
Oh no! It's like, I want him to escape, but at the same time.
Du weißt schon, dass ich stolz bin auf alles, was du erreicht hast. Und deine Mutter wäre das auch.
Where's Doris anyway? Assuming she's dead. Is Doris still living with Agnes?
Give your dad a hug.
Ich möchte, dass du zu uns ziehst.
Shit. Can't die in your apartment if you live.
Du wärst nicht so alleine. Am besten morgen schon.
Damn.
Morgen? Du tust ja so, als wäre ich schon fast tot.
Dang.
You kinda are.
You kind of are. Fuck.
Du hast gesagt, du hast Mikkel gesehen. Du warst da. Wie komme ich zu ihm?
Er hat eine Art Apparat, Zeitmaschine.
Eine Zeitmaschine.
Come on, you have to. How else did Mikkel get back there?
Und weißt du, wie die funktioniert?
She's like, yeah, she's on board now. She's like, all right, just tell me more.
Er war immer da.
Damn, look at that. Damn.
Right under her nose.
Ich kann einfach nicht fassen, dass du mit
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Like, hey, look, you can't really knock me for Mikkel.
I mean, I feel like they're kind of squashing that for now, though.
Aber da Sie schon mal da sind,
2 birds, 1 stone.
wissen Sie, wer das ist?
Keep your mouth shut.
Nein, weiß ich nicht.
Damn, no hesitation.
Yeah, can't. I mean, he's doing his job, but I can't stand his ass.
I know, he's just like the worst like the worst timing he
First
shows
time,
up.
Like, I know you have to do your job, so I can't hate on you for that. But you kind of are annoying a little bit.
Just tell me who you are and I'll forgive you. Oh, there's that medallion.
Does she know that he had it?
Did he give it to her, like, when they got together that one time?
Ich weiß, wann Kriege beginnen und enden. Welche Entdeckungen die Wissenschaft in den nächsten Jahren macht. Auf welche Aktien ich setzen sollte.
They have a different design, though, too.
Aber ich weiß nicht, was mein Gegenüber tun wird.
Shit.
Aber du kennst meine Zukunft. Du weißt, was ich tun werde.
Ich bin deine Zukunft.
Es muss einen Weg geben, das alles zu ändern. Dass die Dinge anders
Was
passieren.
he gonna tell him about the loophole? Shit.
Ich habe 66 Jahre gebraucht, um herauszufinden, wie. Einen Weg dieser ganzen Hölle zu entkommen.
See, he doesn't want it.
Does he or does he not? Is he playing game?
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if he's telling the truth or not.
Alexander Tiedemann.
Shit.
verstehe sie nicht ganz.
Sie haben als Physiotherapeutin für ihn gearbeitet. Das tun Sie nicht mehr, richtig? Trotzdem überweist er Ihnen
Oh
monatlich
shit. Damn, he's good.
Shit.
Oh, there's paying her this whole time? Keep quiet? Fuck.
Yeah, because she has blackmail.
I know, it's like, fuck, he's paying her? Oh shit.
Es geht doch nichts über eine gute Nachbarschaft. Vielleicht ist das so in einer Kleinstadt. Man teilt nicht nur die Geheimnisse, sondern auch Geld und Bett.
Yeah, if he knows about the love triangle. So he's not buying any of this shit. He's too smart.
What the fuck are they going to go do? Oh, they left Bartosz there, bro? He's been there a whole day?
Do you think he's still there? Like, alright, tell us what this fucking machine does.
Like if something's about to happen.
Yeah, she has like some crazy intuition. Fuck, 'cause I feel like something is about to happen, and I'm nervous. There's somebody waiting behind the tree. You motherfucker, you, Noah!
Oh, hey. It's me.
God.
Well, you're outnumbered, so go ahead, Noah, try it.
Ich glaube, das alles hier hat etwas mit mir zu tun. Weißt du, wer meine Eltern sind?
You about to reveal it? Or is she asking because she's...
Shit.
Aber ich kannte deinen Großvater.
Er ist nicht mein richtiger Großvater.
Shit.
What?
Ich bin nur bei ihm aufgewachsen.
Oh, interesting. So we don't even know who her real grandfather is. Fuck. See, I think Adam's design of the time machine is different than this one. I like these 4 coils.
Du weißt, was passieren wird. In der Zukunft.
Ja.
Der menschliche Körper ist in der Lage, 3 Tage ohne Flüssigkeitsaufnahme auszukommen.
Damn, Francesca, you're no joke. No. See, Noah want this to happen. Does Noah want them to know?
Kommt. Wir gehen.
Nein, warte. Dann zeig uns, wie es funktioniert.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Did they free him? Well, they did. Oh shit, because they know they'll get his ass whooped again.
There's still juice in there.
Ich muss ein Signal suchen.
It's gonna be anybody's phone.
Shit, Noah's gonna let this happen?
That's what I'm saying, like, fuck.
They're about to go travel, bro.
Of course, Ariadne on her screen. Think about it. Now, they know how it works. They go back and see their mom. Their mom shows them the picture. Oh, we have a time machine.
Where is he gonna send him, though? Oh shit, is he actually doing it?
Oh, it's got juice. Fuck.
Ihr müsst näher kommen.
Are they gonna do this?
Oh, Noah's not stopping it. So it's meant to happen. But where are they going? When are they going?
Fuck. Oh, that's the thumbnail right there. Oh, fuck.
Think that shit. Well, now they're gonna believe their mom.
Nach dem Zwischenfall habe ich eine Probe entnehmen lassen und sie analysiert.
Das ist völlig unmöglich.
Das habe ich am Anfang auch gedacht. Also habe ich die Tests wiederholen lassen.
Das Gottesteilchen.
Shit.
Das AKW ist mein Vermächtnis.
You just want to tarnish it.
Mach mit den Daten, was du willst. Lass meinen Namen und das Werk raus.
But she'll know, and she can just go in the future, like, when did you die? Let me see how long I deal with this shit.
Yeah, fuck. Damn, so is that what's in the yellow drums?
Oh,
The God particle? Holy fucking shit. Holy fuck.
Kann ich Ihnen
Yeah,
helfen?
tell him.
34 years she's been waiting for this.
Talk. Gosh damn it.
He's like, I'm in shock. I just see my fucking son.
I know, but go.
What do you want me to say? The sleeping pills. Oh no. She's stealing them? Like, how do you even start this conversation? Which is crazy because Mick will immediately believe him because he...
Yeah, he can tell him stuff that'll make him believe.
Doesn't even... Bro, you kind of look like my dad.
I'm surprised he doesn't pick up on it.
Sie kommen mir irgendwie bekannt vor.
Come on.
You know, just say it.
Ich habe über 33 Jahre auf diesen Moment gewartet.
Shit, Mick was bringing heavy. I think he knows.
He's gonna do the trick.
Oh shit.
Die Frage ist nicht wie, sondern wann.
Oh shit.
Okay, good.
This is... Oh shit.
He said pop. Alright, cool. But Enos is gonna come with fucking firepower. Fuck.
Den Tod immer unausweichlich vor uns. Unser Schicksal. Nichts als eine Verkettung von Ursache und Wirkung. Im Licht und im Schatten.
Because I'm spitting whole bars over here, whole album.
Fuck, back to Townhouse. Good dog, like, he was in on it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, hey, it's me, the one you've been looking for.
God, you just pop up everywhere.
But you hid the pages, remember?
Ich kann nicht mehr ändern, was du über mich
Look how he's looking at her. You know,
Yeah.
because he knows something about her. Just delete it right now. I'm not ready, but I am ready.
damit du mir nicht wieder genommen wirst. Genauso wenig wie deine...
There's your mother. He's
Fuck.
dead.
Show it, family. It's a family picture. Oh, he's a father!
Als du geboren wurdest, haben sie dir keine großen Chancen gegeben. Aber du wolltest leben, du warst so stark.
What time period are you from then? What the fuck?
Yes, she has to be from 1921.
Adam wusste, dass du es bist. Er hat es immer gewusst. Er macht sich bereit für das, was danach kommt.
It's fucking my brain.
Ich muss Adam vernichten, damit alle leben.
Fuck. But do you know who Adam really is?
Wer ist meine Mutter?
Yes. Yeah, great question. Please answer.
Sie hat dich sehr geliebt. Das tut sie noch immer.
Oh shit.
Who?
She's still alive.
Who?
Do a transition to Scarface. Do a transition to Scarface.
Fuck you.
Holy shit.
Who is the fucking mom?
But wait, that she can't be from 1921 because that picture is in color.
Noah hat gesagt, dass es um einen Krieg geht. Dass meine Oma damit was zu tun hat. Dass Jonas zurückkommt und
Jonas? Jonas kommt zurück.
Er ist Teil dieses Krieges.
Saying Jonas like he's Jesus.
Jetzt nach Hause.
This is your home.
Yeah, about that. As soon as they realize that we're not.
And he's got to stick with them too because they got a time machine.
Dieser Mann aus der Psychiatrie, der
Oh
ausgebrochen
no.
ist.
Welcher Mann aus der Psychiatrie?
Das war wohl...
Egon's like, oh fuck.
Sofort auf der Wache an.
It's not your fault, Egon.
Weiß ich, wo sie hinwollen. Ich hol dich dann ab.
Yeah, now the tables would turn. Now the ball's in Orlick's court. Fuck.
Where's he going? We're going to the cave.
They're probably going to the cave, but the cave's closed off.
Oh no, that's gonna shut. That's gonna shut everything down.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be calling all cars now. Holy fuck. They got there quick fast.
Dürft ihr mir nicht wegnehmen? Auf den Boden! Das ist mein Sohn. Ich bring dich nach Haus. Versprochen.
Holy shit.
Es ist alles seine Schuld. Es war schon immer. Ich schwöre, beim nächsten Mal bring ich dich um.
Damn.
Oh shit.
I mean, he did kind of save everything.
66 Jahre später verstehe ich es. Es gibt Momente, die verändern uns für immer.
Late 70s,
Some
late
moments
80s.
change us forever.
See something happen that young Jonas hasn't experienced yet, or stranger for that matter.
Manchen Schmerz vergisst man nicht.
Got the Martha?
Yeah.
Aber es gibt einen Weg.
Aber wenn das stimmt, wenn es einen Weg gibt, warum passiert dann alles so, wie es immer passiert ist? Warum hat...
I wonder if the loophole is something that Jonas can't see, like make himself do.
Good question that we threw back at him. And is Adam really a good guy now?
I feel like Adam and Noah are kind of at odds, even though it seems like they're working together. They're like not.
Well, not anymore. Noah wants to kill his ass.
Well, have they ever? Or is it just all just been like a
Well, Noah, I think wanted to do that when he found out his pages.
Den Stuhl,
Shit.
den Apparat, das Ding in der Zukunft.
That's the one that Noah built.
Das ist noch nicht das Ende der Kette.
My mind's like fucking doing so many things right now.
Yeah. This is crazy as fuck. Oh shit, now she has a sample of it.
Ich möchte, dass Sie das hier für mich untersuchen. Und kein Wort. Zu niemandem.
So it's the same matter that powers the time machine that makes that sphere.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah, don't drop it or lose it.
fuck. I didn't even like put that together. The liquid could very well be the
No,
dark
they got in
matter.
a time period where they nuclear power plants.
The plant's still there, so it's not 54. It's gotta be 87.
Which is crazy because they're all gonna run into nickel.
Yep. Are they in the midst of this? Oh shit! Oh, it's in the cars. This crazy as fuck is all happening.
Get out.
They're like, Dad?
Look, he's gonna see him.
He's like, what the fuck?
Halt! Halt, stopp, anhalten! Das ist meine
Yeah.
Magnus!
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Blowing my brains.
Yeah, imagine his brain's like, what the fuck is going on? Are they just gonna hang out here? Are they gonna find nickel? Well, they don't know. If they would have saw the picture, if her mom would have showed them that picture.
Yeah, that was the missing piece they needed.
Yep.
Ich weiß, dass du eine Affäre mit Ulrich hattest. In all diesem Mist habe ich gedacht, du bist die einzige Person, der ich vertrauen kann.
Come on, it's still your mom. I know that she's shady.
I kind of always felt you slept with Mikkel to get back at Ulrich.
And what is Mikkel gonna feel like?
Yeah, now that he knows his father's out there, is he gonna try to escape again?
What are you gonna tell her? That is my dad.
And I'm wondering when
I
Ulrich
feel
said,
so bad for him, bro. His arc, it's so sad.
Yeah, it was so
he
close.
saw all his kids.
I know, he was so close to all of his kids.
That is fucking crazy. Who is the mom?
Oh no, she went back to sleeping pills. Isn't there like a medical condition for this? I remember Eminem used to rap about his mom used to like give him poison just to make him feel like he was sick so she can take care of him. It's like Munchausen syndrome or something.
I don't know what she's doing.
I mean, she's giving him sleeping pills, so I guess it's not that, but that's what it reminds me of.
Why?
To keep him there. It's a new device. I think that like Adam had his blueprint. So he probably has like a fully realized time machine now.
Look at him, I've been building something right here.
Like, this is my masterpiece.
Es ist nicht dasselbe wie das in der Zukunft. Es ist sozusagen sein...
Oh, he recreated it. Holy fuck.
Shit.
Das hier. Schickt dich genau zu dem Tag, zu dem du reisen
Oh, it's fully controllable now.
Es durchbricht den
Holy shit.
Damn.
Fuck.
Papa sich das
Damn.
Leben genommen hat.
Wenn du ihn davon abhalten kannst, sich das Leben zu nehmen, dann wird alles, was folgt, nicht
Wow. That's the genesis of it.
Damn, that's crazy.
This
This
has to be new, because if you would have did that, then we wouldn't be watching this show right now.
Exactly. Did that Adam have the same conversation with him and he just didn't do it? He's like, fuck that, I want.
Yeah, the one thing I can see is that
he gonna send him back then too? Oh,
Jonas doesn't go through with it, or it doesn't take him to that date.
Or something prevents him. Like Noah.
Yeah, Noah comes in.
Noah's trying to prevent that shit from happening.
Bro, I can't believe he recreated it.
Wenn du das schaffst, sortieren wir die Welt neu.
So is Adam even the villain?
That's what I don't know. Now I question his intentions. I don't agree with that, like why he had the kids murdered, but I guess he has to follow that same stupid, like that same timeline in order to get to this point where he has his younger self back with him.
But this takes me back to the nightmare that the stranger had.
But it's like, why wouldn't Adam do it? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't he just go back and prevent it? Like, is he just
I guess he has to look like his younger self, otherwise Michael won't believe it's him.
I don't know, or is it all bullshit?
Yeah, or is he lying?
Because Mikkel knows about time travel at that point. He could easily come up to him and be like,
fuck.
He could easily come up to him and be like, yo, I know that you try to kill yourself today. I know you have that what you wrote in that letter. Don't do it, because it caused the end of the world.
Holy fucking shit. Alright, what's this called again? Oh yeah. Lost and Found. Glacier, what do you think?
Exactly what happened in my brain. It's lost and it's not found yet. So maybe by this discussion, it can be found again.
Yeah, because we're just trying to like
comments, which you guys have been great with not doing, giving any spoilers, by the way. So thank you for that. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Okay, I guess I mean what we saw at the beginning.
Yeah, the stranger's nightmare. Which I'm gonna go on a limb and I'll say that Martha is 18 years old. Otherwise, that opening scene was kind of fucking weird. I get it was just a dream, so it doesn't really mean shit. I mean, it does mean shit, obviously, but it doesn't mean anything because it never really happened. It was just a weird-ass dream that the stranger, Jonas, had.
But it's crazy now that young Jonas had that dream, Martha's had that dream, and the strangers had that dream.
So that dream is definitely has to mean something. But this time it was crazy because Martha and Jonas are looking down her stomach, and it's literally forming dark matter coming out of her stomach. So I'm trying to figure out what that metaphorically means. Like, is somehow what happens to Martha the birth of the dark matter? Is she there at ground zero when the plane explodes?
By Jonas traveling through all this dark matter, some of it enters his DNA and he gives it to Martha and she gives birth to... I
don't see how that makes sense. And Martha, at no point in time is Martha pregnant by the time she dies in 2020.
The dark matter makes you automatically get baby and like that.
So dark matter is a real fucking human being and that's Jonas' son?
No, like by him fucking Martha, it randomly, whenever it gets triggered, like baby will pop out.
No, I don't think baby will pop out. I think it's some symbolism.
What's gonna come through? It's like, oh, dark matter, then spear, and then.
God, you think that? Don't even get me started on.
All of a sudden, and Martha's like, I'll call her Charlotte.
Get the fuck out of here. No. I will literally just take my brain, dump it out of my ear, and just flush in the toilet. I have no more.
And the reason why is because, yeah, he traveled through dark matter, got in his DNA, and.
Alright, let's stick to some real spaghetti on the wall. Now we're just getting crazy.
Alright, yeah,
but yeah, it has something to do with the. Because we know from Adam that the first dark matter portal happens because of the apocalypse. Because we know now that the shit that's in the yellow drums is in fact the dark matter, which is created from that mishap they had in the 80s that they try to cover up.
I'm wondering now that on that point if that the dark matter is birthed from the loss of Martha. Because remember, even Noah says it during this episode. He uses in the same sentence the apocalypse and Jonas. It's like seems like just like how Jonas created the. I remember like when Jonas, the stranger, thought he was gonna end it in the first season. He actually ended up creating it, creating the paths and the tunnel. So what if it's the same thing? The stranger or Jonas is trying to end it in retrospect. He's actually causing the apocalypse.
I mean, that could be, yeah. Maybe like he's trying to stop it. Maybe that whole nightmare is him birthing. He's the one that creates it, and it's inevitable that he creates that.
Yeah, and it's I guess through Martha. Maybe Martha's lost because even Adam says like there's a moment. He didn't go specific, but he's like there's a loss that you can forget or some moments.
Yeah, some moments you can't forget, and that like ties into what Adam was saying when he was talking to you, Jonas. He was saying like life happens in 3 stages. First is the stage of being naive, which is kind of like what Jonas was when he didn't realize what the fuck was going on, and then the stage where you lose your innocence, which maybe that ties in. I feel like young Jonas has already been through so much shit. I feel like his innocence is already lost at this point, but maybe he's talking about the death of Martha or something that happens that like changes him, that leads him down this dark path. And then he said the final stage is of course the loss of life itself.
Yep.
So I feel like that is going to kind of tie into Jonah's arc.
When he says loss of life itself, does he? That's just like kind of fucks with me. Does Adam know that Noah's going to try to come into Adam?
I mean, Adam said that there's a certain point where he doesn't even know his own future. Didn't he say that shit? Like,
yeah, because where's beyond Adam at this point? Yeah, I guess Adam would be death at this. Next stage is death. But what happened to that Adam? Because that Adam talked to him at a certain point.
Yeah, he says in the same position. Like, I was in your seat where I was young Jonas, and I was getting talked to by Adam, and then young Jonas lived the rest of his life, got old, and became Adam, and now I'm on the other side. It's the same dynamic that Claudia had when she was talking to her younger self.
So I'm wondering whatever happened to that Adam. Did he get killed by Noah? It's like, I guess that's where we're gonna get. We're gonna get to a point where I want to know Adam's true intentions. Was he just fucking doing smoke and mirrors like this whole?
Yeah, because it led me to believe that is he really the villain when he was talking to Jonas? He's like, I just want to get out of this hell. And it kind of was like what we were saying. Like maybe it's just that he doesn't want the apocalypse to happen. He just feels like it's inevitable. Maybe he's tried so many different ways to stop it, and everything just keeps coming back to that moment, and it all happens anyways. So maybe at that point he just lost hope, except for this loophole, and that's he feels like it's his only chance. So it's either that or he's just lying to Jonas straight up, and he's sending him, because the fact that he created the God particle, but now he can control time itself, kind of like how Tony Stark had the wristband where you can control time travel in the quantum realm. It's kind of the same thing, because now he can go directly to the moment which he believes is the start of all this, Michael hanging himself. So by him sending Jonas back to June 20th, 2019?
Yep.
Sending him back to that moment in time, he's not really trying to stop it from happening, but he's trying to cause it to happen.
Or is he trying to, is it like hopeless? Like, not hopeless, or is he trying to send there? He's like, well, if you fail, then it's just going to rinse and repeat, but there's a possibility that hopefully you succeed.
Yeah, maybe he thinks that a loophole does exist, and like, I'll keep sending you there in the hopes that young Jonas will do it the right way and prevent all this from happening, and I'll know because then I'll just fade into oblivion. But if I'm still here, then I know he failed, and I'll probably see his ass in 6 years.
And that's what's going to be crazy, is if we're going to have two Jonases. Like,
I mean,
two young Jonases.
We are. If Jonas is successful, there's going to be Jonas that we've seen that's all battered and scarred, and there's going to be the regular Jonas that hasn't experienced any of this shit yet. And then you're going to have Michael that's going to see both of them.
And then where did he go? Because we don't see, like, at the very beginning of the show, we get to the point where Mikkel hangs himself.
Maybe the reason Mikkel/Michael hangs himself is because he sees Jonas from 2052.
But then why? Because that Jonas is trying to prevent him. Like, bro, don't do it.
I feel like somehow, I feel he's gonna fail. I don't, because obviously we saw like half of this season and a whole another season. So I don't think it's gonna end next episode where he's gonna prevent it and Jonas ceases to exist, roll credits. Like, he has to fail. But I guess the question is, Adam know he's gonna fail and will expect that to happen? Or like we were saying, is he going on a limb like, oh, this is really the only chance I have of stopping this, so I'm gonna send you there and good luck.
Yeah, like if it's, I'm still trying to tie the knot, like Mikkel hanging himself, how that stops everything. Because how does that stop Michael? Because I thought the whole reason why they went to the cave was because of Eric.
Yeah, they're trying to find Eric's drugs, and Mikkel wanted to tag along. So it had nothing to do with Michael hanging himself. At least I'm missing something.
I mean, maybe that prevents Jonas.
Well, Mikkel does see a vision of Michael covered in what is like that black tar, which I'm guessing is that the dark matter that he's covered in. Is that like symbolism or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, because if Mikkel never kills himself,
it's one of those things. Yeah, it's gonna rack.
Well, I guess that. Wait, hold on, because then, Michael has to go through the tunnel in order to become Mikkel. Well, that still wouldn't prevent it, would it? Like, if Mikkel still lives on, that doesn't.
If Mikkel lives and doesn't kill himself, I feel like young Mikkel will still go along, because Eric will still have disappeared at that point, right?
I guess we don't know how Mikkel traveled too.
We don't know how he got to 1986.
If he ran there and felt something and went through the tunnel all on his own, opened fucking doors, or if he got snatched.
I still feel like we're missing information to connect those dots on how Michael's death affects Mikkel going back in time.
And that still doesn't answer why Mikkel kills himself.
Exactly. So I feel like there's still something missing from that. But, yeah, but I don't know how that's connected. I feel like somehow it's connected to the Stranger's nightmare. But going on with the whole fact that Adam built that God particle is crazy as fuck. Because the thing is, like, if he already built that and he knew he can go to a specific point in time and change all of this, why was it in the last episode he was still going on to young Jonas like, oh, this is inevitable to happen? Is it kind of like going back again to the fact that he just lost hope? So we just continue to say it's inevitable? Yeah. Also, the fact that the Stranger, like in this episode, he calls his mother out on having an affair with Ulrich. Is that because of if Jonas with the scar in his neck, if he goes back to 2019, is he going to walk in on Ulrich and Hannah hooking up? Is that how Stranger knows that it happened? Like the memories?
Yeah, because there's so much shit. There's so much information that we get throughout this show, so I honestly don't remember if, before Jonas got the scar on his neck, the young Jonas, if he ever knew that his mom was having an affair.
The only thing I could think of is the first episode, Ulrich and Hannah are fucking upstairs and Jonas is downstairs. Did he just assume that she's up there with another guy and know it was Ulrich? Or did he know that she was fucking somebody and then somehow he put two and two together that it was Ulrich?
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe because of that picture that Clausen had of Hannah, Katarina, and Ulrich when they're all teenagers.
Because if he knows, then that's different. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm wondering when he knows. Because like you said, if the stranger knows, is found out by if the stranger knows, that means the one with the scar on his neck had to find out what they're for.
And the other thing is too, is like last episode again, stranger was still talking about the loophole, and he was still saying that it was Adam that knows about the loophole. So it feels like if we're expected to believe that he went back to 2019 and he failed and he becomes the stranger, he still believes that the loophole can still work.
Yeah,
because think about it. If it was like what we're thinking, Adam just saying on a wild goose chase and he was causing it to happen, then wouldn't a stranger by now know that that was Adam's ploy and he's an asshole? And there is no loophole?
Right, so he has to fail, I guess.
So I guess it's real, but he fails in doing it, and it's still what happens still happens, and he's kind of still
I'm going
stuck
to be really
in
interested to see if there's two Jonases. And they're obviously going to have the only obvious thing that are different is the neck. So he probably has to keep his neck.
I feel like we're going to see that. It's inevitable, because if he goes back to that time period, there's a Jonas that is just normal Jonas. His dad hasn't killed himself yet. And there's the Jonas that knows everything he knows.
And he can't run into himself, obviously, because I don't remember Jonas having any flashbacks about himself.
But then again, we weren't showed that because we were this whole show started off with Michael killing himself.
Right, but then we
didn't see anything led up to that.
I would assume that we would have got flashbacks.
Unless that was intentional.
Yeah.
For this moment. But that shit's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see how that unfolds. And then of course we get to the whole bombshell that Noah, I feel like I called it, but we still don't know the full aspect of it, the fact that Noah is Charlotte's father.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who would be the mom now.
That's the million dollar question. Who's the mother? Because just picking up what we found out. So Noah has the picture of him and Charlotte when she was a baby, and he says, "Oh, the doctor said that because you were born prematurely, that he didn't give you a large chance to survive." So that leads me to believe that he didn't realize that his daughter was still alive. And that picture looks like, we would think if Charlotte was let's say 13 or 14 years old in 1986. That means that she was born in the 70s. So that would lead me to believe that that picture was taken in the 70s.
Right.
And Noah said that the mother took the picture. So obviously we know that Noah can time travel, and I feel like it was all about confirming that Noah's timeline he's from is the 1920s. Because that's where his mom is from. Just like the way that last episode played out, it seems like Noah, that is his timeline, is 1921.
Yeah. So he grew up, but if he time traveled, he said she still does, but he didn't tell her the name.
She said your mom loved you, and she still does. So that leads me to believe that the mother's still alive. So I'm trying to think. There has to be some kind of time travel involved. So who could it be? Who's the suspect? I still feel like the girl with the scar on her face is still a possibility. It's kind of becoming more and more unlikely, but she still, for all we know, could still go through the God particle.
She would end up in 1921 with the younger Noah.
I guess that would be assuming that whoever walks through that God particle, they automatically get sent to 1921. There's no variant of where she can go.
Right. Assuming that automatically just sends you 100 years, or if it's random every time. It's 33 years, but it's random 33 years.
Exactly. So that means that she would have had to have gone to 1921 or 1954 or 1987, I guess.
Right. Then I'm wondering, or it could be older Elizabeth.
Which is interesting, because that would mean that at some point, because we know Elizabeth naturally survives the apocalypse, right?
I'm just saying that now because now they can time travel too.
They can time travel.
We saw Mads and all them got the briefcase and Bartosz showed them how to do it, which that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So now the kids know time travels exist, but they didn't. I guess we can go back to that, but
you know what I mean? Young Elizabeth knows that, which means adult Elizabeth would know that if Noah did travel and they met up and they traveled back, she wouldn't be so opposed to it.
But that will mean that Charlotte's mom is her daughter, which is even too fucking crazy for me to think about. I guess with all the paradoxes and shit happening, theoretically it could happen. Because all it would take is an adult Elizabeth and an adult Noah to hook up, they have a baby, and they name that baby Charlotte, and that's the Charlotte that we know today.
And then who names the baby Charlotte?
And that would make sense because Elizabeth can be like, oh, we'll name her after my mother, Charlotte.
She died from the apocalypse.
Which would be crazy. But that would be crazy as fuck, and that would be something that would drop my jaw on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just throwing that spaghetti on the wall because I'm just trying to think.
But that'll tie me back to the fact that Noah gave young Elizabeth the pocket watch, and it said to Charlotte, and she said, give this to your mom and tell her it's from Noah, right?
Right. And when does Noah know that Charlotte? Because he's like, I've been searching you for years, and you were here the whole time.
That means that he didn't know.
Realize that when he found the papers, or did he know it before the papers? Then that whole watch scene fucks with me because he didn't know the lost pages.
Maybe he just, because the pocket watch says for Charlotte, so maybe that was just, maybe, let's say, down that rabbit hole of Elizabeth, they have the baby, oh, let's name her after my mother, Charlotte. And that's all Elizabeth, or that's all Noah's going off of, is I know your mother's name is Charlotte. This pocket watch is for Charlotte, so I'm gonna fuck with you by giving you, Elizabeth, the pocket watch to give to your mother, Charlotte. So maybe you didn't put two and two together that her mother was actually Noah's daughter, and he didn't really connect the dots at that time. I guess it all depends on what the fuck was in the entries in that book. We know how to deal with Charlotte, so does that mean that...
Oh, that could be it. That's why he's like fucking freaking out, because I'm trying to think, because
he
freaked out for two reasons. Either freaked out because Charlotte, he knew, like, either knew who Charlotte was already, that's her daughter, and he freaks out because the whole thing with Adam stopped him. Maybe Adam bullshit him, said, oh, by you doing this and doing that, you'll save Charlotte's life. You'll save your daughter's life. But really behind the scenes, like, oh, your daughter's gonna die. And he's freaking out about that. Or he's freaking out that, oh shit. Because if Elizabeth said, hey, let's name our kid after my mom, Charlotte, which really is actually ends up being Charlotte.
Yeah, it's the same Charlotte, but maybe Noah wasn't thinking that. He's like, oh yeah, that would make sense that you name...
So maybe that's how he's not tying it together.
But then the journal entry is like, oh fuck no. Charlotte is who you, like, Charlotte is your Charlotte, and she's still alive. And that's why he freaks out, and that's why he goes to her.
Yeah, he didn't know how to approach her. But yeah, that would kind of make sense why... Oh, that's a good theory, I think. That's not a bad theory. I think it's a good theory because if she goes along the lines... It's whoever decided to name the baby Charlotte. Because I'm trying to think, Noah wouldn't really have a reason to name her Charlotte. Right?
But the mother would.
But the mother would. And it would be like, oh, I want to name it after...
But the question would be like, how does that... Like, what time period would they have conceived her? It would have to have been in the 70s.
And he would have to take her back in time.
Yeah, because she's an adult in 2052.
And she's an adult. Up. Her teeth are dirty. Her eyes all fucked up. So I don't know. Like 1970 Noah would hook up with her. Like right now, how she looked. She had to look a little.
Yeah, because it seems like they were in love. They like had a family.
And they said he said that you and your mother were taken from me. Who took her?
Because we know the world ends in 2020. Elizabeth is still a little girl in 2020. But we don't know at what point does she start to develop those facial like. The scars and everything. Does that happen because of the nuclear blast? Or does she come out, maybe she's like in a bunker or something, and she survives, she comes out normal, and ages, becomes a normal looking woman, and then some crazy shit happens in the future that causes all the scarring, and her eye to go white and shit. We don't know what causes it.
Yeah, we don't know what causes it. Just like how we don't know what causes Stranger's scars.
Maybe she time travel. Well, no. Well, she knows that the God particle is a portal when the girl with scarring face calls her out on it.
She refers it as the devil.
So maybe maybe her going through the portals will cause the facial deformities.
Yeah, and I mean the baby's born premature and tiny. Not saying that it's technically
that could be caused by.
But technically, it's incest, isn't it?
Is it though? No, because Noah wouldn't be related at all to Elizabeth until the kid comes.
So technically, in a way, the Noah.
Because there's no blood relation. It's not like Noah and Elizabeth without Charlotte. Noah and Elizabeth are not related at all.
They're not related.
So it wouldn't be incest. But it could be like she went through the portal, radiation would cause the baby to be born prematurely.
Well, I was wondering because Elizabeth, that's her grandpa as well. Technically.
Noah?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically, yeah, if we're thinking about who Noah is, like, okay, you're my grandfather and you're the father of my baby? I don't know, it just seems really fucking weird, but I feel like it has some traction, so really weird spaghetti we're gonna throw on the wall.
It's kind of like the same, sense when in the same sense where Katarina's like told Hannah this episode, she goes, I can't believe you fucked my son and fucked my husband.
Yeah, that was crazy because I feel that whole scene was crazy because I feel like in a sense, like Katarina knows that she needs Hannah because Hannah has the knowledge of the time travel and shit because of Jonas, right? So I feel like they kind of have to bear the hatchet. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and in this situation, the enemy is time.
And it was because Katarina didn't blow.
She didn't snitch when Clausen showed her the picture of the stranger.
Yeah, and I get Clausen doing his job, so I know if there's any Clausen fans out there in the comments, I'm not hating on that.
He's really good at his job, though, because he's putting all this shit together.
It's just like, when he does come up and I'm trying to figure out new shit, and here, it's like, get your annoying ass out of here.
Because he figured out that shit, the love triangle between Ulrich, Katarina, and Hannah real quick.
At this point, it's like, whatever, Clausen. I'll treat time travel and arresting at this point doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but okay, so there's that whole shit, and then the fact that Ulrich escapes the psych ward.
Yep, old Ulrich
runs into Mikkel, and Mikkel, like, it didn't take much at all to Mikkel realize that's his papa.
And then it's like we have the Claudia inviting Egon back to her house, but when does Egon actually die? Because there's so many different things. I remember even old Ulrich says, next time I see you, you're dead.
Yeah, those two storylines are crazy. So we know that we were thinking that Egon might die like early. He may have died the day before, and they just found his body on the 27th. Yep. He may have already been dead. But I mean, Claudia obviously knows because she read the newspaper article, so she's trying to get Egon to move in, and she's using, you can spend more time with us. Regina wants to see more of you, and
we got more info where we might think, like you said last episode, that it's a murder because it's for unknown reasons.
Exactly. That they left that part out when we saw the article last episode. So I feel like it's all but confirmed it's a murder. But now that Ulrich tries to go back to the cave with Mikkel because they don't realize the cave is closed off. But because Enos is quick thinking, calls Egon, and they call the authorities, obviously, so they catch Ulrich before it happens. And when Ulrich looks at him, he's like, I will kill you. I don't think there's a way for Ulrich to escape now, because now they're going to lock him up, they're going to strap him to the bed, they're probably going to medicate him, so I don't think it's old Ulrich that does it. But what if it's young Ulrich that does it?
Or
somehow.
is it Mikkel? Because Mikkel was right there when Ulrich was yelling at Egon, this is all your fault.
Exactly, and he's telling, Ulrich is telling him, like, don't worry, I'll come back for you, we'll go home, I'll get you home.
And then Egon, and at this point, since Egon helped Enos, she's gonna let him talk to Mikkel. Because remember, she's like, I still want to talk to your boy.
Yeah, so we don't have.
What if he invites him back to the apartment, talks to Mikkel, Mikkel does some shit. Maybe Mikkel kills him.
Well, do you think that they would have a conversation at Egon's apartment? Wouldn't you think Egon would go back to Enos's house? Because you know how protected Enos is of Mikkel. I would think if she lets that interview happen and be at home.
That's true. Which leads me to believe that they're both involved. Something happens to where they could be involved in killing him, and if since it's unknown reasons, it could be medical. Enos has ties to drugs.
Maybe it has to do with sleeping pills.
And kills him that way.
Overdose on or maybe Mikkel. I don't know how that would work. Maybe Mikkel realized that his mom, that Enos is feeding him sleeping pills and takes those pills and gives them to Egon.
Or Mikkel flips out and Egon flips out and finds out this whole. I mean, he has another time travel.
So I don't think, because before we were thinking maybe Enos that kills Egon because she's overprotective of Mikkel, but I think the fact that Egon helps her get Mikkel back, I think that's off the board. There's still possibility of Mikkel, because I feel like Mikkel at this point is going to try to escape.
Mikkel already talks to Mikkel, and Mikkel actually tells Egon, like, that is my dad. That's my father. This is what happened. The time travel exists. And then Egon wants to, like, well, we have to go to the police like that. And Enos stops him. We'll have a drink. Let's have a drink. And kills him. And then they take his body and...
Yeah, that's only... Yeah. Because I feel like the sleeping pills, they keep pointing. We see now that she's stealing sleeping pills from work. I feel like I said...
I just don't see, like you said, in the next day or so, especially now, the next day or so, old Ulrich getting out. Like, unless their security fucking sucks ass.
Yeah,
security would have to
be more
dog shit.
But I feel like,
or
old Ulrich's off the table. So it's got to be, but we haven't seen young Ulrich in the frame. Yeah. Now, technically, we didn't see, we only assumed that Ulrich went directly to Enos' house to find Mikkel. But for all we know, old Ulrich could have paid a visit to his old house, and talked to his younger self, just in case he gets caught.
Yeah, it could be something behind the scenes that we haven't seen.
I mean, it's unlikely, because I feel like they would have shown that, but maybe they purposely left that part out. Because I'm thinking it could have been young Ulrich, knowing, like, because think about old Ulrich talks to his younger self. I'm from the future, I'm you. I may get locked up. If I do, Egon's behind this shit, take him out. Or stop him from, we have to stop him from taking my son. Our son. So that could be a possibility. I guess Enos is still a possibility if Egon kind of like gets too crazy and tries to take Mikkel away, and Enos is being protected and drugs him with the sleeping pills. Right. Or it could be Mikkel trying to just escape and just arbitrarily kills Egon in an accident or some shit. Like, hits him and it kills him, because he is old.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like those storylines are going to be tied, and I feel like it's one of those that ends up taking out Egon. So I guess we'll find out. Crazy thing too, like Claudia goes back to Byrne, Helgi's dad, and Byrne finally admits that the whole accident that happened in the 80s, that's what actually caused the creation of dark matter. So the dark matter is what's in all those yellow drums, which would make sense because the fucking drums are all in the plant, and the plant explodes. That would be enough to create a God particle time portal.
Yep. I guess I'm guessing the apocalypse doesn't affect the other timelines at this point either, because even Adam told when Jonah's like, I gotta get back to my timeline. He's like, we're 1921. You got 100 years, plenty of time. So I think the apocalypse just kills them, and that would just be like another, like you said, it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself.
Exactly. But
so I mean, it's talking about that.
And then Byrne's talking about like the reason he kept it under wraps because he's like, I want to protect my legacy. This power plant is my legacy. So that would make sense that because I was thinking, well, if he created the God particle, even if it was on accident, wouldn't that get him like a Nobel Peace Prize? Yeah, but I guess it would be because he almost caused an accident that could have been worse than Chernobyl and covered it up.
Yeah, it wasn't that
that would be that would overshadow.
Yeah, it wasn't that he created it; it's how he created it. Because he said he was like, they'll know how he did it, and I guess however he did it was fucked up.
So he's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with this information, Claudia, but leave my name off of it.
Yep.
But now Claudia is gonna research it. So I feel like does Claudia research it? Is that what causes the God particle to become the fuel of the time machine? I feel like it's like that bootstrap paradox. Like.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I want to know also, going back real quick on old Ulrich, he actually, it's crazy, he saw all his kids.
Yeah, he saw all his kids in the 80s, and they don't even realize it, but he realized it.
That's the elephant in the room, man. Like, when is Katarina and the kids gonna when are they gonna finally, like, I guarantee it's gonna have to be Katarina's gonna have to sit him down and be like, look, you guys keep on fucking around with me, you don't want to hear me out, but look at this picture.
I thought they were gonna do it this episode, but never, like, Martha was just like, no, I don't want to talk to you right now, and never had the chance. So it's crazy because now that Bartosz just time traveled them and showed them the time machine works, the kids will not have known that Mikkel is in 1987 because they never saw the school picture.
Yep. And why did Noah let that happen? Because that's also kind of like
Noah's waiting outside the cave.
That's why I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall, the whole Elizabeth thing too, because she like felt his energy before she walked in the cave. She sensed something was there.
She sensed somebody was there.
When she walked back in the cave, you see little Noah like, oh hey, and then it's like, what was Noah do there? He like let it happen. He let them time travel. He let Bartosz travel.
I feel like that's all part of the
and he let them come back. I mean, they didn't go fuck with anything. All they did is like here's some look at shit, 1987, okay, now you believe me, come back. But what are they gonna do now that they have the time machine?
Maybe it's Elizabeth maybe it's more so Elizabeth than anyone else that he wanted to show time travel to because she can time travel and be with Noah. Maybe that is the connection.
Well, it can't be young Elizabeth because that'd be fucked up.
Well, no, she like grows. She knows about time travel now.
Yeah.
And as she gets older, she knows time travel exists, so she can go back in time or whatever. Or when Noah meets her as an adult, time travel isn't foreign her. So yeah, I know about time travel. We had a time machine when I was little.
Or could the baby? Or now we're thinking about those kids have the time travel. The other possibilities could be Francesca and Martha.
Yeah, because I feel like
because Francesca is still technically also a daughter of Charlotte. With Magnus, which I know that's kind of like a pickle there, but it doesn't still.
We see Noah's effect on women. You see how he was with Helge's mom. Like he said the right shit, make you eat out of the palm of his hand. So
I mean, it looks like her type. And then there's also Martha.
And plus, Noah's number was in the phone that Bartosz found in the bag of drugs with Eric. So we know Noah's tied to Eric and Bartosz, all that shit. And Francesca's tied to that. Because remember, she was the one that was looking for the drugs. So there is a connection between Noah and Francesca.
Right, so I mean,
the drug thing.
Could be one of the daughters, Elizabeth or Francesca, or it could be Martha too. Martha missing Jonas. She broke up with Bartosz. They don't know who Noah is yet. She can meet Noah, and then maybe meet a younger Noah, and a younger Noah could be the one where he's like trying to be with it, like, I'll get you back to Jonas and saying all sweet. You can just be
maybe that's what the nightmare is about. Martha having dark matter come out of her stomach. Maybe Martha had
or when she slept with Noah, Jonas found out, and that killed Jonas. Because Jonas knows Noah.
But the thing is, Martha dies in 2020. And again, she's not pregnant at all. So unless she doesn't die,
or we assume that she died,
they didn't find her body. Because wasn't her grave by the power plant? It was next to Waller's. It was next to Alexander's.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe that was a cemetery. Maybe those are the people that died at the power plant.
Was she at the power plant, or were they just people that died in town, and that's where they have the?
I don't know. I guess I missed that part. The cemetery where everybody's buried is right next to the power plant, or that's where they buried people that died at the power plant.
Because it could be Martha too. Because that's why Adam was saying to Jonas when he's talking about like there's some moments that change your life.
Yeah, I feel like Martha is a crucial part of all this shit happening. But the fact of the matter that Noah now, I feel like Noah and Adam are at odds because of what were in those final pages. So, because now Noah's like, he didn't say we have to kill Adam. He said we have to end Adam. Which I guess I'm under the impression that Noah knows that Adam is Jonas. So does that mean because what would it accomplish if he goes and kills old Adam? It's not going to really accomplish shit.
He knows that Jonas is going to cause the apocalypse.
So that means he's going to try to go after Jonas and kill Jonas before he becomes Adam.
But does he know that Adam has that specific time machine?
That's the thing. I feel like he doesn't. I feel like Adam was keeping that close to the chest to tell Jonas when the time was
I feel like if he knew, then he knows there's two Jonases. Because he knows if he is successful, and I mean, I don't think he's successful either way. No, it can't be ending Adam. At least for the cycle to continue, because if he kills Jonas with a scar on his neck, then the stranger ceases to exist. But young Jonas in that same timeline,
if Michael kills himself, Jonas can still become
the other Jonas
anyways. Yeah,
because that's what I'm confused. Is it two timelines now? He's going back. There's two Jonases, then there technically is.
I don't know if there's two timelines per se. I mean, there's a bunch of fucking timelines, but I feel like now that God particle machine that Adam built exists, now they can break the loop. So now like anything's possible.
I feel like when he goes back, there's gonna be two Jonases,
but not. I mean, there's definitely gonna be two Jonases.
Technically, three if you want to catch a stranger if he's floating around there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's my brain's already melted right now. It's already seeping out of my ears. I don't know if I can think about that right now. But yeah, I feel like the kids are definitely gonna time travel again because now they have the briefcase. Bartosz gave him the briefcase. So I'm guessing Bartosz is gonna go home because the parents are worried about him.
He's beaten up. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
He's beaten up, but I feel like we still have that whole theory that Bartosz ages and goes back to 1921, and that's who we see is killed by Noah. So we still have that whole shit to unfold. And when we find out that Townhouse is not really Charlotte's grandfather, she just called him that because he raised her, grew up with her. So Townhouse really isn't her
grandfather is actually Noah's parents, and Agnes's parents.
Exactly. So that kind of confirms that.
Which we got both their parents, right, or no?
We didn't get their name. I feel like Arnis, whoever they were talking about in the last episode, I feel like that's the mother.
Right.
But I'm assuming the dad was there. We just didn't see who he was. But
right.
Yeah, I really want to get to the bottom of this whole who is Charlotte's mom thing, because you guys are hyping up as the craziest bombshell this whole show. I'm kind of believing now because now I feel like it's gonna be some crazy shit. But other than that, yeah, the next episode I feel you guys are saying is one of the best episodes in the entire show. Yeah. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and like I feel like it's gonna bring all these questions out full circle. But yeah, this episode was incredible. Just like the rest of the show. Can't say enough about it, but I need a drink and I need to take a nap because my brain hurts. Final thoughts, Glacier?
Yeah, I kind of read my mind. Probably go work out. But actually, I'd work out, let everything kind of unravel, wash up and take a drink and take a nap, and then be ready to see episode 6, which I can't wait for that one. But this episode is amazing. This show is amazing. Like, the community is amazing. You guys have been great in not spoiling and kind of like leading us on giving us some clues that we might have missed that doesn't spoil. So thank you for that, Dragon Certified.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you guys are gonna go nuts in the comment section as far as like what we should know, how crazy our theories are. But that's what we love about this show and the community. But yeah, Dragon Certified, fucking hit it. There you have it, guys. Another one in the books. The real question is, what do you guys think they're in Dry School Land? Again, let us have it for better or for worse. How are we doing on the theories? Again, any information that we should know that we're missing out, or anything that we think we know that we're wrong about, let us know. And overall, like, what do you guys think about this episode? Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, join the Dragon Squad, and remember, it doesn't matter if you're up the Fire Squad or the Ice Squad. At the end of the day, when you're a dragon, you're a dragon. That's the end of the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We are Reaction Dragons. I am Ember, the Blaze.
And I'm Glacier, the Iceborn.
And until next time, we'll see you next time.